the ninja who exists only in the shadow as the secret agency. For long-century world was broken apart by the two big ninja parties. One was the evil ninja, and another was the Oboro ninja struggle to save the world against that. 2 years ago, Joe Musashi of Oboro Party killed Masked Ninja, the commander of the huge dark army party Neo-Z. Everybody thought the world was now at peace, but it was not the truth. This is some really fucking shitty grammar. The cutting room floor does not kid around with this. Let's talk about the latest Shinobi game that G-Man had compared to Doom Eternal. Remember when I made a big stink about Virtua Fighter 5 possibly having Denuvo? Well, guess what? I was completely wrong. It did not have Denuvo, but it's still a piece of shit re-release that was based on the already pointless Ultimate Showdown that didn't add anything, and then rebranded as Revo. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. No. What I'm here to talk about is the same people who made Streets of Rage 4, a game I clearly detest, by the way, and that the PC version has Denuvo. Yeah, Denuvo. You know, the thing that completely separates the men from the children. The thing that turns the Steam forum posts into modern-day equivalent of Flat Earthers. Why the fuck does this game have Denuvo? A game that is entirely single-player, well, because it's by SEGA. Well, no shit. It's funny, because Streets of Rage 4 did not have Denuvo whatsoever. I completely detest Streets of Rage 4, for very valid reasons, by the way, but you fuckers will claim otherwise. But this game, that is single-player entirely, unlike Streets of Rage 4, has Denuvo. I don't get SEGA, honestly. It's as I said, SEGA fans just expect Denuvo at this point. I know it sounds really fucked to say, but these people eat up literally anything that SEGA puts out, especially if it's Sonic or Yakuza, or I'm sorry, Like a Dragon, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves now. It's fucking dumb. I've seen a clip from Mr. Sparrow's Detractors showing just how piss poor the gameplay is. Definitely not interested in it. I'd rather replay Cyber Shadow, or at least I try to beat it. But this shit, with it having Denuvo, I cannot be bothered to play it unless they actually crack it. Which is funny because Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered actually got cracked recently, which is good because now more people can experience a shittier game, but it's still a shitty game at the end of the day. And I don't care if people got mad at me for that too. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster did not need to exist. You literally have the original game on PC now. Does not need to exist. Same thing with Metal Gear Solid Delta. Same thing with the Dead Space remake. Same thing with the Silent Hill 2 remake. Whatever. And especially same with the upcoming, quote-unquote, Max Payne remake, which all three games are readily available to play on PC, even if it's not graphically the best compared to a lot of games out nowadays. That's just fucking reality. Deal with it. This game just baffles the fuck out of me. And I'm certainly not the biggest Shinobi fan, at least when it comes to the original game, because that game was just fucking ass compared to the much better sequel. You know, there actually was no Shinobi 2. I don't know. I'm gonna guess because the Game Gear game, whatever. That's probably why it's called Shinobi 3, because there was a Shinobi 2, but only in the Game Gear. Not gonna get into all that can of worms, but seriously. A game that has Denuvo for a single-player game, and made by SEGA of all people, or, sorry, published by SEGA. It has a studio who butchered the fuck out of Streets of Rage 4, and even SEGA themselves butchering their own classic lineup of games, just to play games that are actual garbage, and even forcing them to shoehorn in SEGA references, like having Dr. Eggman as a boss fight, because that's totally innovative. I do not fucking care if people are going to be mad at me, like, when I ass-blasted Virtua Fighter for possibly having Denuvo. This game has it, and is confirmed, and yet people on Steam arguing about it are being shot down by people who didn't buy the game, so they don't have a say in it, but yet every fucking time Denuvo comes into the conversation piece on Steam, you fuckers turn to autistic flat earther debate tier fuckers, and just go piss at each other because one didn't spend $200 on a fucking version of a game that doesn't even have the fucking game. But what the fuck do I know? This fucking game, having Denuvo, killed any interest I have with this shit. And G-Man comparing it to Doom Eternal was definitely the nail in the coffin, as a matter of fact. I don't have anything else to say. I wonder if Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap is any good. Probably won't be. It is a remake, after all, of Wonder Boy 3. Ooh! Now get out of here while I cool off my tangent engine. You fuckers do not deserve my graces anymore. Fuck all, y'all.